Question was asked, am I going to be eating the same thing every day? Well, I'm going to go over the importance of uniformity and its role in weight loss. My name is Dean Larson. Thanks for joining me. And I've done a PowerPoint that you're going to see below. And if you stay with me to the end, I'm going to tell you why I'm giving away my entire course for free. In that course, I tell you exactly what to eat, how much it costs, so on. So 100% everything. Watch the PowerPoint and hang with me to the end. So the question was asked, am I going to be eating the same old boring things every day? Well, the answer to that is kind of, but the way we do this is it's going to be a ton of variety, and you're not going to be bored. But if you want to lose weight, this is how you do it. If you want to keep the weight off, this is how you do it. So uniform eating is an important part of weight loss to stay lean. The main reason is because it's easier to keep track of your calories that way. So if you were a scientist conducting experiments, you would change no variables or one variable at a time. You've got to be consistent in your eating. And if you whipped up something different every day, you'd be counting calories constantly and going crazy doing it. So yes, I've been asked, do you eat the same thing every day? I pack all my foods for the day. Let's look at the keys for the most important things to guarantee fat loss. Number one, pack all your foods for the day. Focus on high volume, low calorie foods. Eat for nutrition. Nutrition means that when your body isn't missing any minerals or any nutrients, it will not crave. You might mentally crave some things when you see them or smell them, but your body will not crave. It's a whole different thing. And the reason why the juicing and or a green drink is absolutely vital is because we need those nutrients, and we need them in the most efficient way possible. And one of the other important things is you must hydrate immediately upon waking. The reason I say that is your body's electric. There's electrons running through it. I look at it as a battery now. May or may not know this, but a battery, if your battery goes dead, you take it to the dealership, they put water in the little things, they charge it, and you're good to go. Many times that'll take care of it for years and years and years. So when you're low on water, you don't have the charge. Right away, out the gate, you have to hydrate. But let's go back to packing all your food for the day and eating the same things, eating variety. So for going on 20 years now, I've eaten the same thing all day long up until the evening meal. I change it at night, but the exact same things all day long. I pack a cold bag and a hot bag, bags, thermos, whatever, not thermos, but container, and I'm off. I don't have to think what I'm going to eat during the day. It doesn't cost me hardly anything, which you'll find out. And I feel it's like airplane fuel. I just feel like energized the whole time. No ups and downs, things like that. So it's extremely important. And variety. Okay, so do I have to eat the same thing every day? Well, think about it. If you go back and write down what you've eaten for the last week, I'm sure you've eaten almost the same thing. You eat the same. We all eat the same things. However, when or if you've seen my video where I lay out all the foods I eat during the course of a day, there's a ton of variety there. No one would ever eat that many things in a week, let alone a day. So yes, we're going to get the reason we're going to eat the same things is for consistency and for to know exactly where we stand, but there's going to be a ton of variety because your body needs a ton of nutrients, and we're going to get those for you. One of the key things is don't skip meals. And that's because the brain exclusively relies on glucose, which is blood sugar for energy needs. So if your blood sugar level falls, the brain can't function properly. So the glucose that supplies your brain comes first from sugar in your circulating blood. This source is about 21 grams of glucose, which doesn't last long. Next, the brain takes the glucose that's stored in your liver. That's a maximum of about 70 grams. And the glucose in your blood and liver is enough to tide you over through the night. Sometimes 12, 14, 15, it depends on how much you 10, 14 hours. But when you get up in the morning, your brain needs a new supply of glucose. Now, if you don't get it, you're going to feel sluggish and shaky. You won't be operating at top efficiency. So when you get up in the morning, do yourself a favor. Number one, hydrate. And number two, hit your body up with the nutrients. I'm going to show you how to do that now. We may use a delaying of the first meal, a solid meal, and you'll see how that works as well. But that's part of the process also. So initially we start off with uniformity, which is consistency, which is the same thing over and over, with variety, with all the nutrients that you need. And then we build into ownership, meaning that once you can feel your body when you make changes to it, when you can feel the changes and see how your body reacts to things, but you're not going to know that unless you eat really tight in the beginning, and I'm going to give you all those things. But so ownership. So what is ownership? Well, ownership is when you decide based on, you alter the program a little bit in that you find out what works best for you. Maybe you can't eat sweet potatoes, maybe you got to eat potatoes, maybe you're not a white rice person, you're a brown rice person. Whatever the situation might be, you modify it so that it's yours. So you're not always doing exactly what I tell you to do. Now you're going to want to do those things for maybe for months, or maybe even years. Well, it won't be years, months, until you lose your weight. And then that's when you're going to modify it. Now you're going to be a little hesitant after you've lost 50, 60, 70 pounds. You're going to be scared to gain it back. But that's how you don't gain it back, is to kind of catch yourself and find out what works for you and get the way your body feels. So give an example, like Bob, use Bob's example. So Bob is someone that you wouldn't think much of his plan, in that he does basic stuff. He won't use weights, absolutely refuses. He does push-ups, sit-ups, some squats, meaning that he stands in front of the chair, couch, whatever, and up and down, lunges, things like that. And this is his cardio that he does twice a week, no matter what. He'll be out, he'll run the track at the school. When I mean run it, I mean he times himself 15 minutes, and it's not a run, believe me, it's a jog / fast gait, I guess. And he'll 15 minutes, no more, no less, 2 times a week. He doesn't get just whatever clothes he has on. If it's raining, he'll have a raincoat on, whatever. He's not any type of fitness buzz. But the reason why he does this is because his dad died of a heart attack at age 53, and he wants to avoid a similar fate. So what he's done is he's modified what works for him, meaning he doesn't eat any meat, any fatty food. He doesn't drink dairy products. He eats only fish, potatoes, rice, tomatoes, bananas, carrots, some breads, thick breads, and drinks nothing but water. Now, it sounds pretty boring, but for Bob, it works. Doesn't have to think. He doesn't have to do anything. It just works. He doesn't crave anything because he's worked it out where he's eating the stuff that he needs. So through trial and error, he found an exercise program that worked for him. I mean, not much to it really, but it works for him, keeps him going, along with the other things he does, movements, yard work, cleaning, whatever you do in a normal life. But psychologically, he took ownership of his plan. He said that I'm gonna make this work. It's gonna work for me. I'm not what happened to my dad is not gonna happen to me. So you're gonna take from this program. When you've lost your weight, you're just gonna stick tight and just believe in me until you've lost your weight. After that, you're going to modify things so that you can go on with a normal type of life. This isn't the type of plan where you only eat this, only eat that forever. No, that would never work. So the key is to keep the weight off once you've lost. Most people gain their weight back, and that's because they revert to their old habits. We're going to build new habits. We're going to replace a bad habit with a good habit. It's the replacement method. You can't get rid of habits. You have to replace them with something else. So we're going to do this over time. That's why even if I give you everything to eat and everything that how to do everything, we still need that time together to do these type of things. For any type of program to work, we've got to keep it simple. So the simple things we can do, and you can read through these, is move. We've got to, every day we've got to, remember we've got to have a deficit, calorie deficit. So we've got to move every day. You know, whether it's taking the stairs instead of taking the elevator, whether it's whatever, we're going to figure it out. But we've got to intentionally put things in motion, and then subconsciously always be thinking about keeping your body circulating, things like that. Eat whole foods. Talked about that in other videos as well. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Can't express that enough. That's why we have to go with, this is some of these lines we have to go with supplements / bioengineered foods. I don't want to call them supplements because they are actually foods dehydrated down where they can be concentrated. Drink the water. Look for fiber in your food. Pack all your food for the day. You will be so relieved when you start doing this, and it works for everyone. You're going to find out the first couple of days, you're going to pack your food. It's going to be so easy. First couple of days, you may feel a little hunger pains, but after your stomach gets used to the routine, it's going to work well for you. Never give up. So the motto is, I'm going to do this until. That's it. Until what? Until we succeed. You're not going to give up. We're not going to give up. Everybody can do this. The good news here is that I'm going to give you everything you need to do it, as well as the support if you want it. But the bad news is you have no more excuses. There is absolutely no excuse. It's impossible for what I do not to work, for what we do not to work. Just like when a surgeon doesn't have to wonder where's this guy's heart, because it's in the same spot every time. We are all basically the same. Yes, we have our nuances. Yes, we have our genetic differences, but this program works 100% every single time for everyone who will put it to work. All right. Once again, I'm back. You saw the PowerPoint, and you see the importance of uniformity. So I told you I was going to tell you how you can get everything for free and why. So what you're going to get for free is exactly what to eat, where to get the nutritional products, what the cost is per day, everything included. It's less than what you're spending on, by the way. Exactly what to eat, how to prepare it in 20 minutes or less, the grocery list, my entire course in PDF and in videos. You can get it access to at any point in time. Your ongoing questions answered. Once again, 100% free. You're never going to pay me a penny for any of this stuff. So if there's a link below, click on it. If not, go to howtoeatforweightloss.com. Put your email address in. You will get everything emailed to you. You'll be directed to the page that tells you everything. All right. Congratulations. Have a great day.